The Vario 670 model has been around for a while now, because it has proven to be a very effective vehicle over the years. The dashboard on the Vario only includes the essentials. Before removing the connectors, bolts, and clips, it's important to do some work on the battery, which is located under the driver's seat. There are actually two batteries in this location. To start, disconnect the ground line using a 13mm wrench. This prevents electricity from being conducted, which could otherwise be dangerous. While you are removing the dashboard, there is a retaining ring on the instrument panel that must be removed together with the cover for the dian. The cover in the footwell is located underneath this and can be removed by loosening the clips along the cover using an assembly wedge and screwdriver. Next, remove the grab handle, which is located on the left-hand side of the instrument panel. To remove the grab handle, carefully lever the cover plugs out of it using a screwdriver. Also remove the air vent using two extraction hooks. Make sure to disconnect the vent hose when pulling out the vent. There are two screws located underneath the air vent. Remove these using a cordless screwdriver. Also remove the screws that were covered by the plugs, and then remove the grab handle. The instrument cluster is located to the right of the grab handle, and the first step in removing it is to remove the knob from the rotary light switch. Use an assembly wedge to work your way underneath the switch pod and remove it, following the same procedure for the switch pods on the right and in the center. To remove the instrument cluster, first use a cordless screwdriver to remove the screws along the instrument cluster. There are 3 screws on the top and 2 inside the left and right switch pods. Before removing the instrument cluster, you must remove the nut and washer on the light switch using a ratchet. Once these steps have been taken, you can pull the instrument cluster out towards the front. Making sure to first remove the light switch from its anchoring. To prevent confusion, it's recommended to completely remove the connectors rather than just disconnecting them. Start by removing the connectors on the left-hand side of the instrument cluster, and continue by removing those for the speedometer shaft and tachograph. Next, move to the opposite side, and continue removing the multiple rows of connectors. Handle the lines carefully, and don't forget to disconnect the small indicator lamps as well. To make sure everything is labeled correctly, use the markings on the instrument cluster as a guide. Once all of the connectors have been disconnected, cut through the cable straps to free the instrument cluster from the dashboard. Next, move to the center of the dashboard and unfasten the engine cover, which can then be lifted out easily. On the passenger side, remove the grab handle using the same steps as on the left-hand side. First, remove the cover plugs and take out the air vent. Then remove the screws. The grab handle will then be loose and can be easily removed. Starting at the left-hand end, pull off the cover underneath the instrument panel until the retaining groove works loose from the flange edge. Remove the glove compartment door so that you can then remove the stowage compartment from the instrument panel. If you only need to remove the door, just slide the hinge pivots to the side. Open the fuse box cover by rotating it through 90 degrees. Remove the screws one after the other, and then take out the stowage compartment. The center part of the instrument panel is located to the left of the fuse box. First, remove the knobs for the heater, ventilation, and auxiliary heater. First, remove the 2 outer rotary switches from the anchoring. Next, disconnect the exposed connector for the switch illumination. Just pull the wiring harness through underneath the cable ducts. Remove the lower and center panel, followed by the upper panel. Using an assembly wedge, carefully pry off the speaker grill. You can access the speaker connectors from below. Disconnect these connectors. The speaker can then be pushed out upwards. Repeat the same process on the driver's side speaker. Next, unscrew the panel. First, unscrew the 3 screws running along its length towards the steering wheel. Before removing the remaining screws, detach the rubber filler behind the windshield by simply pulling it by the end. Use a cordless screwdriver to remove the screws underneath it. Once these have been removed, the upper section of the instrument panel can also be detached. That was the removal procedure. Installation is performed in the reverse order for all of the parts.